pretty sure that Greg is making alliances with almost everybody in the house so far. I think I received probably five group messages last night with Greg in them and Greg starting them. So, and one of them, the first one I received was him putting me and a couple other people in the house in a group, pretty much trying to get Justin out, per se. And the next two had Justin in them, and he was trying to make alliances with us, and pretty much just was trying to keep Justin. In the first one, he was trying to get Justin out. So Greg's going to be really sneaky, but I think Greg has the chance to go home early because he is texting all of this instead of being smart and calling all the people. So be on the lookout for Greg to go home early.
I knew going in that I think about things very systematically, and I think of things no matter what it is, that's just kind of how my brain works, very organizationally. But I also am a very relational person, so combining those two things for my gameplay style. So we kind of have an alliance with the office, but we also have an understanding between all of the CKM people of, hey, let's try to keep people with CKM connections in first just because we're the biggest majority of players. But at the same time, I have also made a lot of friends, but I have become acquainted with a lot of the other players who I don't know, which not a lot because there aren't a ton, but the players that I don't know I have started to become acquainted with. So kind of my strategy right now is, Greg has said that I am innocent. I don't know. I'm an internal processor, so maybe he thinks I'm more innocent than I am. But my strategy right now is to just build rapport with everyone, feel it out, see what happens, and go from there. But just trying to establish trust and trying to establish a well-rounded character in the game. So, update from week 1.
Alright, so I am really excited about getting to play this game. Here's the issue. I know nobody. And from looking on Facebook and things like that, it seems like so many people know other people, which means one of two things. One, they're going to form an alliance and take out the people that they don't know, which is bad for people like me. Because that means that I'm going to be on the chopping block first. So the inverse of that is that they already know all these other people, and they know how they react. They know how they might play this game, and they may not want to work with them, which gives me a shot because they may be taking shots at each other the whole time. So I've got to figure out where I fit into this group, if I can weasel my way in somewhere and just get a foothold during this first week.
All right, this is my first diary room post, and the HOH today was really interesting because Ryan Dean texted me and gave me a list of people and was like, keep these people safe, and it was like Marston, then Devin, and then Greg Wells, and I was like, why am I not on this list? So of course, whenever I get infected, the first person I go for is Marsden because I don't know that I trust that. But the thing is, I'm technically, I guess, we kind of have this like CKM thing going where the 10 of us that have worked camp together or gone on mission trips together are working together, but the other 5 like don't know that we know each other. And so me and Justin are working together, and I think I trust them. I definitely trust Emma and Caroline more than anybody. So I don't know.
My goal is more or less to rally the troops that don't know anybody, don't have any sort of alliances right now, or if they do have alliances, it's not with a bunch of people. So that would include Abby, Daniel, both of the Treys. I think that's it that I can remember. but trying to get something together with them. Abby really wants to work with Ryan M. and Emma. And I don't really want to work with either of those. Ryan seems like he could be okay, but Emma we haven't talked at all.
Hi Josh, how's Jenny? Tell her I said hi. So I'm pretty pumped to have the plague. I did not want to be the winner on the first week. Never seems good to me. This is exciting. I think I can survive without it.
Greetings from Oklahoma. Here are my nominations for eviction this week. They're strictly based on people that I haven't heard from directly or people that haven't reached out to me. Week 1, it's really tough because we don't know each other yet. So here they are. My first nominee is Daniel Phillips, and my second nominee is Trey Raub, R-A-U-B, Trey Raub. All right, hope you guys have a good night.
So my initial plan was to hide under the radar and to just make my move once the competition had been pared down. And my other key strategy point was to just remain loyal to a small group of people and for us to just kind of run the game ourselves. That turned out to not be a great strategy. So Trey Smith and I have already kind of cultivated a little bit of a understanding between us. During the first competition, she actually reached out to me and mentioned that we could do an agreement where we wouldn't put each other up on the block if either of us won head of household. So when Justin won, Justin asked Trey who she trusted, and she said me, so I assumed that I'd be safe and didn't need to reach out to Justin. That was, of course, a mistake because I got put up for eviction.
Nominations came today, and even though I'm in an alliance with Justin, he randomly picked 2 people that I'm also in an alliance with. So right now, one of my allies is going to be taken out. I've got to figure out some way to get at least Trey or Daniel off the block.
What are the odds that out of 5 people that I don't know in the competition, 4 of them are in the veto competition tomorrow? Fortunately, I've talked to Connor for a while and he's good, and I've talked to Abby a good bit today and she's good, and her and Connor are tight, so that works. So me, Connor, Abby, and Caroline are all in together.
Hey y'all, I've decided not to use the power of veto this week just because it's the first week we don't really know everyone, so I'm just going to leave it as it.
I vote to evict Daniel.
Hey Josh, I'm happy to be here, but sadly I vote to evict Daniel.
I sadly vote to evict Trey.
I vote to evict Daniel. Peace out, Danny boy.
I vote Daniel for eviction.
My nomination for eviction is Daniel Phillips.
Hi, it's Ryan Marston. It is cold here in Texas. That's why I'm wearing this hat. And I vote to evict. It was a tough choice, but I vote to evict Daniel Phillips from the house. Thank you.
I vote to evict Daniel.
Sorry to do this while driving, but wanted to be courteous of everyone's time and try and do this quickly as possible. I vote to evict Daniel. Keep Trey. Because Daniel sent me a weird video of him lip syncing Mason Ramsey, and it's rude to disrespect the prince like that. So sorry, but bye.
I vote to evict.
Hey Josh, I cast my vote to evict Daniel.
Hey guys, the votes are in. Once I reveal the vote, the evicted house guests will have just a few minutes to say their goodbyes and get out of my house. By a vote of 11-1, Daniel, you have been evicted from the Big Brother house.
I'm gonna miss you all. It's been a really good summer. Good luck out there.
Okay, so Made it through week 1. Don't know how I feel about this. So far I have a final 2 alliance with Connor and a final 3 alliance with Connor and Trey and myself. I feel like I can really trust Connor, and Trey obviously has a pretty good name, so I might be able to trust him as well. Super excited to see how things progress.
There's a Thailand alliance and I know it, but I'm just buying my time.
My ride or die in this game is Trey Smith. We made a final 2 on day 1. I trust her with my entire game. The best part is, now we kind of know where alliances are forming up, because we've got both of the Ryans and Greg and Devin working together, well, from what they say, and then we've got Gray, Justin, Caroline, and Matt all working together. And we can pit them against each other and let them take each other out. This is fantastic!
Hey guys, so for this HOH, I've decided to put up Ryan Dean and Ryan Marsden. On the first HOH competition, Ryan Dean texted me and said that we needed to keep Marsden, Greg, and Devin safe. And that was really suspicious to me. I feel like they're all working together. And so this is just to keep the rest of us safe. And I feel like they're trying to divert attention from themselves. So that's why I've decided to make this decision.
Great, I am so happy you won this. And I cannot wait for you to lather yourself in some blood when you backdoor Greg. It's gonna be fantastic because Trey didn't win. She's not on anybody's radar. I wasn't even in the veto competition. Greg's about to go out and we think he's a super huge threat. And you're gonna be a huge target. This is fantastic.
Everything's going to plan. I think that the name that I put in with the Thailand alliance is going to cause enough suspicion for people to start turning on each other. And if I could do that, that's going to be my way in. I think right now I have to face if Ryan comes off the block and Gray wants to put me up. I got to work out how I try to get Gray to see either Devin or somebody else as a threat over me. And so we'll see how it goes. But I think I'm doing pretty good. This house guest would like to persuade the game master that if I do get voted out in the coming weeks, that I come back as a zombie house guest on Halloween.
All right, guys, what's up? So, I've decided I am going to use the power of veto. I'm going to use it to take Ryan Dean off the block. You're welcome, Ryan. And in his place, I'm going to put Greg Wells up. I'm sorry, Greg. Just feel like you've been talking a lot and trying to convince people of things that aren't true. So I got to do this.
I will not be voted out. If I am blowing up this game. Everyone's game is done. Everyone's game is garbage. And guess what? I'm taking you out. And I will be back in this game if I get a chance.
Here's the thing about this Thai alliance. It's not a thing yet, but now that someone has pointed it out, it honestly will probably become a thing. And I feel like one of the Ryans submitted it, so I think we might go for them.
Man, Gray may be the utmost biggest savage ever in this game. Also, be on the lookout. We have a new alliance in town. You know what it's called? 6 on the beach. 6 of us in there. Me, Justin, Gray, Emma, Sarah, and Caroline. 6 on the beach to the end.
Really think this new alliance is unstoppable, first of all. Second of all, I think my funniest moment so far has been getting a text from someone about 3 names that I should keep safe. And then I didn't respond. The double text was asking how they could pray for me. So take that for what it is and enjoy that story for the day.
I definitely think that a move like that this early could have put a big target on my back. But I think I've built good enough relationships across the entire house for people to keep me and see that I'm a good and loyal and honest jury vote. So this next HOH is going to be huge, and I hope that people keep me, but we'll see what happens.
All right, Josh, so I am going to send you a video in just a second of my eviction vote, and I'm going to say that it's Ryan Marston, but I'm giving you a heads up. My vote is not actually Ryan Marston, but Greg is wanting me to prove that I am voting for Ryan Marston, so I'm gonna record a video of me saying that I'm voting for Ryan. I'm gonna send the video to Greg, and then I'm gonna send the video to you and screenshot it to prove to him that I sent it to you, so that he thinks I actually voted for Ryan. But that's not my vote, and I'm gonna send you an official video with my actual vote.
I've decided to vote to evict Greg Wells.
My vote for eviction this week is Greg Wells.
This is just too good to be true. I gladly vote to evict Greg. And Gray, I'm coming after you next.
That's a no Tigers, Greg, because you're getting evicted.
I sadly vote to evict my brother Greg.
I vote to evict Greg, G-R-E-G, Greg, mostly because I don't really know
Greg Wells. R.I.P. Greg, I'm sorry to do this to you, but Marston's my dude. Texas forever, man. Bye, Greg.
Hi, Josh. I vote to evict Greg.
Sadly, I don't know. It's suspicious. But I vote to evict Greg Wells.
What's up, guys? The votes are in. Wow. This has been crazy. Love the way you guys are playing this game. Been lots of fun. Once I reveal the vote, the evicted house guests will have just a few minutes to pack their belongings, say their goodbyes, and get out. By a vote of 11-0, Greg Wells, you've been evicted from the Big Brother house.